DIY Fairy Garden.
Hi, I'm Sharon, and it is Fairy Garden Thursday, and I'm going to make some fairy gardens today. And this is hosted by Grandma Sandy, and she has 3 co-hosts, myself, Sharon Shornagle, Barbie Daly, Rural Life in the Valley, and Sandy Lynn, Home and Garden. And if you want to watch any fairy garden stuff, you just click hashtag Fairy Garden Thursday. So I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. We sure did. We went to our niece and nephews for dinner 2 times on the weekend, which was very nice. And at the Thanksgiving dinner, my niece and I got into a couple of crafts, a craft, and she showed me how to use the Cricut, and I put this pretty flower design on this old t-shirt and just spiffed it up a bit. And I think it looks very pretty, and it's kind of sparkly, white sparkly. So that was fun, and I did another t-shirt that has a row of trees across it, and they're evergreens, so the t-shirt is kind of for Christmas. A 3D printer, and he made me this sweet little fairy. Kind of reminds you of Tinkerbell, but she is very sweet. And I can paint her with just acrylic paints. We looked it up. So I'm looking forward to painting her with acrylic paints, and that way I can make her a little different for different fairy gardens. Oops. And when you take these structures apart, they have, I think they're called stilts, and they hold their hands in place and stuff. Anyhow, they kind of look like trees or plants. And these are some that just came off the one little fairy. And I can definitely use them in my fairy gardens. So that's awesome. We don't waste any of it. So I'm looking forward to doing that into a fairy garden, putting her in a fairy garden. I'll put her in with my fairies, and I'll put the accessories in with the accessories. Okay. Oh yes. And I didn't make it. My nephew ran off a door for my fairy garden that I have outside right now that I kept saying needed a door. So I think this is great. I'll probably paint around the edge and paint the hinges and the little door handle and take it from there. I might do some white or something in here just to bring out the definition of the panels and stuff. But this is just so great that I can just ask Corby. Whoops, maybe I shouldn't have said his name. Anyhow, I really like. That was lots of fun that we did. So I can put these away for today because I'm not using them. I just wanted to show you how much fun we had. In my last video, fairy garden video, we dug out containers. Make sure you can see everything okay. You gotta check. It's gotta check. Sometimes it looks good and it's not. Okay, it's kind of hard to see them. Maybe I'll bring my round table up. Okay, that's better. So, if you remember, I had 3 of these. These sit right over top, and it screws in there. So, I have glue. I've glued the little stump on here, and I glued the little fairy on there. And I decided to use E6000 and just let it sit because it just glues better and it doesn't melt and stuff. I find the glue gun is not holding up like I thought it would. So, sorry if anyone's bought anything and it's fallen apart. And I sent Mama Brooke one in a teacup, and the glue, she has it outside, so the hot glue does not hold up. So you need to use E6000 outside. So, okay, we got it all washed. It's all nice and clean. So now we can start the decorating. This is the fun part. And I think I'll bring you down a little bit so you can see better. Let's see. I'm thinking I'd like to hang one from the top there. And I thought if I took some styrofoam or some of this florist foam, don't need a very big piece of it. And I have this thing that hangs down. Oops, sorry. This thing that hangs down, and I can stick it in here. So first, I'm going to put a piece of this up in the bell. Now I need my tweezers. Of course, I don't know where they are. It's just there they are. The kit's a mess. Okay, we're going to put some glue up in here, and I'm just going to use the hot glue. I don't imagine these will be going outside or anything. And I'm going to take this, and hopefully you can see that I'm just gluing it right on top, right at the top. Oops, you stay in there. Oh, my tweezers might be. Okay, now we'll let that set for a minute. So it sets up. And it doesn't matter if it's messy on top, because I'm going to, of course, cover this up and make it all pretty too. And hopefully I'm not getting too many fingerprints and stuff on here, because I did wash it. Got to make sure everything's nice and clean, especially if you're selling it. And I'm going to stick this up in there so I can, maybe I'll cut these off. Yeah, I'm going to cut those off so I just have the round thing. Okay, now I have these nice little bunches. And I think I'll cut that right off of there. Cut this right off and stick it close. I don't think I need... Oh dear, excuse me. Yeah, maybe I'll do a bigger one. I'll do the 2. So, oh, there's actually 3 there. That's all right. And cut those off, the little tips off. And this one I'll do fairly slow and talk you all through it. Then I want to glue it to this piece, because then I think I can stick it in the styrofoam and it with some glue and it'll stay good. So I'm just putting some hot glue on there, and then I'm going to place the flowers around on it. And you got to take a minute and let it set. It always takes a minute, especially if your glue is hot, because your plastic melts. And a little more glue right here.
Okay, we'll stick the third one right in here. So that makes a very cute little bouquet of white flowers like that we can hang from the ceiling, from the top of it. I'm just going to let that sit up a bit before I stick it in there. Let the glue sit. Let the glue set. And she's a pretty little fairy. And this kind of will represent snow, I guess. So I'm just going to try putting this up here and see. Yeah, I got to cut it way shorter because I want it. I don't think I want it to hang down. Okay, let's not cut it too short. Oh, I missed these ones. Okay. Come here, you. Well, I think I'm going to push it right in there, but first, to cover up the florist foam, I'm going to take a piece of the moss and stick it up in there and cover up that florist foam. So we'll just put some glue down in there. And then I'll take some florist moss and stick it down around in there. Or just some moss, not called florist moss, it's just moss.
Excuse my sniffling. I sneezed quite a few times and now I got a little bit of the sniffles. If you're new here and you like what I'm doing, how about subscribing? I would love that. And a thumbs up and leave me a comment.
Okay. Hot glue sticks to everything. There we go. That looks much better. I don't know if you can see, but... And it does show on top here, but I will put ribbon and probably moss and stuff up there too. So I think this will fill this jar out really nice. And here's the little bouquet, so I am going to put some glue on the end of it. I think I will cut it off a little bit more. Oh, need the wire cutters, or that would probably just pull out. Okay, let's see how this works. I put glue on it. Now I want to stick it up in there. Need the tweezers to do that. Okay. I think we got it. Let's see. I want it more in the center. Am I getting it in the center? Not really. Okay, there. I think we got that pretty good. And you can see that. That looks nice. Yeah, I put this on the fairy and the flower touched her head, so I don't like that. So I'm going to push it up further. And we're going to push this moss up in tighter. You just got to try stuff, see what works. Can always cut some stuff off too. I think it's too long. I think this will be good. Let's try it. Oh yeah, that's better, but it still is quite low. Oh yeah, I think that looks okay. I think that'll work good. Part off and see if we can tuck it. No, I think we might have to just... How about if we cut it now? It's a good thing we got lots to play with. Yeah, that fits better. Okay, so I'm going to cut some of these in half. Now I'm just going to put some glue along here. And we'll take a piece and stick it in there. And I think that'll look cute. We have to keep it. Let's turn this one around. Glue in here.
Okay, we almost got the flowers all the way around the whole little thing. And I think it looks very pretty. And if you've stayed this long in my video, thank you so much. And hello to all my regular subscribers. And I invite my new subscribers to subscribe.
Should I put something at her feet? What do we have that would be tiny? So let's put a little unicorn in there. That'll be fun. And it's got blue on it, so it goes with the theme. I like to keep the the colors basically the same. Like she's got a blue dress, so I put a little blue unicorn. That looks adorable there. And we could put a little thing of flower right there. I think this one's nice. Yeah, let's put that. Let's put this right in there. It fills up all the space there. And we're going to keep going with the little white flowers around her feet, I think. Or should we put a little bit of moss there for her feet to rest on? Oh, maybe we'll do a little moss just to change the texture. Because there's moss up above, we'll put moss down below. And I don't know, to me that makes sense. Okay, let's get this moss stuck in here. Okay, I think that's it. I think that is. And I think she's very cute. So now I'm going to put the lid on, but let's just, yeah, we'll check out the lid a little bit. Yeah, now I'm showing. Okay, we got her closed up. Got my husband to help me. And yep, it looks good all the way around. So now I'm going to put some moss up here and ribbon. Okay, I don't have blue ribbon, but I have blue Ric-A-Rec. And I'm going to put some through here for the hole, and I'll put some around the bottom. But first I'm going to put some moss up here.
Well, we got the moss all around the top.
There we go.
And now I'm pushing the ribbon through, and I had to use a little pokey stick to get the ribbon to come through the hole because the moss was
Just
kind
used
of blocking
a little twig.
But we did it.
Pushed it through. Here. That should be long enough. Cut that off. Then I'm going to put a little glue on here. Get back down in the moss so you don't see the knot. Okay, she's got a hanger. That looks nice. Get rid of some of the glue that go all the way around with the white. because that kind of finishes it off better. Okay, I'm going to dig out some more white. Okay, I think I can put the whole thing on there. I'm going to cut, just going to stick it right in there. And this is Queen Anne's breath, I believe. Cut that tip off. And stick that right in there. And one more. That's perfect. I could have made it so much easier on myself if I just stuck it in there at the beginning. But that's okay. It looks just lovely. Now I think she's very cute.
Well, here's our girl all done. And she looks really pretty. And this is, I called this a jar and a bell throughout the video. So it's something that you can hang up in your room or on a Christmas tree or anywhere you want to hang it. And I just think she looks really nice. So that's our Fairy Garden Thursday for this fairy and for this Thursday, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, we'll see you in my next video, which will be Sunday Home Reset. Okay, bye.